Ethereum hit a new all-time high earlier this month, before correcting back down to support levels. It's been on the rise since the beginning of the year, surpassing its previous all-time high and doing its thing. But the Ethereum blockchain seems to be continuing its year-long bull run. Welcome back to CryptoLine, where you can get the latest updates about cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other coins. We have many videos on this channel that can be educational, so if you're just starting to learn about cryptocurrencies, you're in the right place. And if you're an old-timer, we're sure there's something for you here as well. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on post notifications so that we can notify you as soon as we have a new video up. According to CoinDesk 20 data, Ether hit a new record price of $2,033, up 6.18% between the 19th and 20th of February. With the market capitalization of the crypto reaching $233.3 billion. The cryptocurrency is up about 172.5% year to date. While the price of Ether hitting $2,000 would normally be something everybody would be talking about, it almost certainly will be overshadowed by the numerous milestones reached hours before by the most popular cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, including hitting a $1 trillion market value for the first time and rising almost $5,000 in a 24-hour period. But Ether's rising price and surging popularity should not be overlooked. At least 3 growing areas of demand are fueling the increase in Ether's price: decentralized finance, Ethereum 2.0 staking, and a newly formed institutionally focused Ether market on the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. CoinDesk tried to explain the price rise, saying that Ether is often compared to oil. They explained further that Ether powers interactions on the Ethereum blockchain, which is best known for hosting a variety of DeFi apps, such as lending, trading, and prediction markets. Ethereum-based applications create a natural utility for Ether, as the cryptocurrency is required to settle transactions. DeFi coins have followed in lockstep with Ether, as shown by the DeFi Pulse Index, that's up 83% in the last 30 days, according to Index Coop. Staking on the Ethereum 2.0 network is also creating a supply shock of supports for the digital asset. Ethereum 2.0 is an in-progress redesign of the Ethereum network based on a new consensus mechanism called Proof of Stake and database sharding. Some 2.7% of Ether, worth $6 billion, has been deposited on the Ethereum 2.0 blockchain. These funds are further locked for roughly the next 12 months. Another reasonable explanation, according to CoinDesk, is that large investors such as investment funds may be interested in gaining some exposure to the cryptocurrency. They mentioned that the Chicago Mercantile Exchange launched cash-settled futures contracts for Ether on February 8th. The contracts surpassed $160 billion in aggregated volume within the first week. As the CME is one of the oldest and most trusted exchanges in the US, the contract launch there may signal growing institutional acceptance for Ether. BusinessInsider.com, in an earlier report, directly attributed Ether's performance to the CME launch. It reported that the price of Ethereum's Ether hit a fresh record recently and that it was driven by the launch of CME futures a day before the hit. It also didn't fail to mention that Ethereum's all-time high coincided with Bitcoin smashing a new record of $48,000 after Tesla revealed a $1.5 billion Bitcoin investment, all of which is adding to the momentum of mainstream crypto adoption. On the CME's first day of trading Ether futures, the exchanges saw nearly 400 contracts traded on its platform. That equates to about 19,400 Ethereum, or $33 million, according to CoinMarketCap. The exchange announced its plans to offer trading in Ethereum futures in December. Samantha Yap, founder and CEO of Yap Global, was quoted to have said that the CME's launch will significantly strengthen Ethereum's credibility as an asset, just like it did for Bitcoin in 2017. She also said that while Ethereum is often still referred to as Bitcoin's lesser cousin, there will be a shift in media perception about it with this launch. Furthermore, according to Gunnar Jerv, COO at digital asset custody provider First Digital Trust, he believes that the launch could increase price volatility and that a few reasons could contribute to that. He mentioned that institutions would be able to trade in large volumes, as there is now more interest in digital assets than ever before. When the CME launched Bitcoin futures in 2017, Its price dropped from $20,000 to $13,000 almost immediately. Separately, with crypto fund manager Grayscale adding more Ethereum to its trust, traders can expect to see a further rise in institutional interest in digital asset futures, especially as no actual delivery of Ethereum occurs on the settlement date, making it easier for institutional players to participate as no digital asset custody is required. Independent.co.uk reported Ethereum's first all-time high this year as one significant price jump for Ethereum, having started the year below $900. Some history checks showed that as recently as March 2020, Ethereum was valued at just above $100, after falling from a peak of around $1,300 in January 2018. However, some cryptocurrency analysts remain bullish about the near-term price of Ethereum, though advise any potential investors to be cautious due to the market's extreme volatility. Konstantin Anisimov, executive director of London-based cryptocurrency exchange CEX.io, said that the price is definitely advancing more rapidly than anyone has expected, as Ethereum is seeing levels that were expected to be seen by mid-quarter 2 rather than now. He also has an earlier prediction that Ether will hit $2,200 by the end of quarter 2 or the 30th of June. It seems that this might happen even earlier. Of course, there's never certainty with these things, only a decent chance, so we advise investors and traders to be cautious. As the world's two most valuable cryptocurrencies, the price movements of Bitcoin and Ethereum tend to reflect the wider sentiment towards the rest of the market. Over the last week, every single one of the top 75 most valuable cryptocurrencies tracked by CoinMarketCap have risen in value, with some experiencing gains of close to 250% over the last 7 days. This has helped boost the combined market capitalization of all cryptocurrencies, which also saw a record high on Wednesday morning of $1.42 trillion, putting it ahead of Alphabet in terms of overall market value. Tim Enking, managing director of Digital Capital Management, also has his own views. He stated that $1,600 automatically turns into support, but it won't be very strong until it holds for a while, but he thinks it probably won't. He also believes that there is some serious support just above $1,500 and again just above $1,400. However, he emphasized that resistance above is much tougher to call. On the way up to break $1,600, every $100 was tough, and that will almost certainly continue to be the case. Tim added that $2,000 will present strong resistance, and once the price hits that level, there will probably be a significant pause for consolidation. Edul Patel, co-founder and COO of crypto startup Mudrex, provided another perspective on the cryptocurrency's price movements. He said that Ether has grown rapidly in the last few days and is very likely to hit $2,000. He believes that the 2,000 price level is a big psychological resistance and that before that, we'll see Ether struggle a bit with $1,750 as well. Ethereum did not perform in terms of price and market capitalization alone. Its mining also recorded an all-time high recently. TheBlockCrypto.com reported that the data collected by The Block Research shows that for the first time, Ethereum miners have brought in more than $1 billion in revenue for the month of February. That includes approximately $541 million in the form of transaction fees, which miners earn with every new block they successfully create. The fee income has been buoyed by elevated transaction fees on the Ethereum network, as well as all-time high price increases this month. The February figure, which is set to grow given the remaining days of the month, eclipses January's total, and is the highest recorded for the dataset. It also perhaps reflects the surging environment for Ethereum mining, as demonstrated by recent GPU shortages and moves by some miners to use hardware built into gaming laptops. Gaming hardware maker Nvidia formally unveiled plans for dedicated mining hardware last week. Let's take a look at how Ethereum is doing against the US dollar in this chart. In this chart, we can see the price of Ethereum in an ascending channel. The chart also indicates that the market's trend is overall a bullish trend. We can also see two strong support lines drawn in blue, as well as two resistance lines drawn in yellow. The higher support line is set at 1,500, while the lower one is set at 1,450. Similarly, the higher resistance line is set at 2K, and is indicated as a strong resistance with a rounded up figure, while the lower resistance line is set at 1,950, meaning that in the case of an upward movement from current price, the market may want to reverse at the lower resistance line before it reaches the 2K mark. The prediction on this chart shows a buy zone with a blue arrow pointed up, indicating that the price is expected to move up in line with the channel. We'd like to warn you, as always, that the market is very volatile, and we advise that you do your own research before trading or investing in Ethereum or any other cryptocurrency. We hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and click that notification bell. What do you think about the current price movements of Ethereum? Let us know in the comments below. Good luck and happy investing.